Hi, I'm Mordechai Becher, and welcome to the Gateways Parsha vlog. Just two short ideas about Simchat Torah, which I may have said before, but I just find them very inspiring, and I think it's worthwhile repeating them. One is an encounter between former Chief Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sacks and I think it was the Archbishop of Canterbury, in which the Archbishop of Canterbury complained or criticized Rabbi Sacks and said, "I find Judaism to be very legalistic. You have so many laws and commandments and the code of Jewish law and legal texts ad infinitum." He says, "I just don't see the passion and the love there." So Rabbi Sacks countered by saying, "Don't you have canon law, meaning church law? Are there not many books of church law?" And the Archbishop said, "Yes, of course there are." So he said to him, "Do you have them in your church? In the Canterbury Cathedral, are there books of canon law in the church?" And the Archbishop said, yes, there are. So Rabbi Sacks asked him, he says, "Do your congregants ever take out the books of law, kiss them, hug them, and dance wildly with them around the church?" And the Archbishop was horrified. He said, "Of course not. Ridiculous, of course not." And Rabbi Sacks said, "Well, where's the passion?" He says, "Because when we take our book of law, not only we take it out of the ark, we kiss it, and we hug it, and we carry it around the synagogue so that everyone can kiss it and hug it. And not only that, but on one day a year, Simchat Torah, which is when we celebrate completing the cycle of reading the Torah and then beginning a new cycle, not only do we kiss the Torah, but we take it out and we dance with it. The whole community takes it out and we basically dance with the Torah. How beautiful is that?" So if you're talking about where the passion is, that's where the passion is. Because it's not just law. We love it. We have a relationship with the Torah, which is a relationship not just of a servant and a master, although we are servants to the master, to God. But it's more than that. It's also an expression of love. We describe God as Yedid Nefesh, the beloved of the soul. And he is our beloved, and we are his beloved. Ani l'dodi v'dodi li, it says in Song of Songs. I am to my beloved is to me. So we call God the beloved, and we are his beloved. And the tangible symbol of God's love for the Jewish people, almost like the ring that a chosen, a groom, gives to his bride, is the Torah scroll. So the fact that we take it out, kiss it, dance with it, and celebrate with love and passion is a very beautiful thing, and we do that once a year on Simchat Torah. Of course, we have that love for the Torah all year, and we kiss it every time we take it out of the ark. But the dancing and the wild celebration, it's a beautiful thing to see, and that is part of an expression of God's love for the Jewish people, the Jews' love for God, and our mutual love for the Torah. There's another point, which also I may have mentioned in the past, which I heard when I was in high school in Melbourne, Australia, in Yeshiva College, as it was called in Melbourne. And it was a beautiful idea. It was in the name of the Lubavitcher Rebbe. The Rebbe asked the following question. He says, "Interestingly, historically, we received the Torah on the festival of Shavuos, 7 weeks after Pesach. That's when the revelation at Sinai occurred." He says the Simchat Torah celebration, occurring at the end of Sukkot in a few days, that, he says, is a much later addition, and it depends on the cycle of reading the Torah, which was really something that came from the Jewish people by the decree of Moshe and Ezra and Jewish custom and so on and so forth. So he says, why is it that the great celebration of Torah occurs and is practiced on Simchat Torah and not on Shavuos? Surely, chronologically, Shavuos comes first, and also it seems to be more important because that's the biblical commemoration of the revelation of God on Sinai and the giving of the Torah. Simchat Torah appears to be a later rabbinic addition, so to speak. And his answer is very beautiful. He says, on Shavuos, we were passive recipients of the Torah. We stood there, God gave us the Torah, we accepted it, we said, Na'aseh v'nishma, we will do it and we'll understand it, but we were passive recipients. He says, Simchat Torah, we celebrate the fact that we have read a cycle of the Torah. We've gone through a whole year and listened to the Torah being read the Torah ourselves, chanted the Torah, studied the Torah, have gone through it for a whole year. He says, and not only that, but that cycle of going through it, Monday, Thursday, Shabbos, and every festival, he says that's something that comes from the Jewish people's desire to read the Torah, from the Jewish people's desire to study the Torah. So he says it's an expression not of being passive recipients, but it's an expression of being active participants and partners with God in the Torah. So he gives it to us and we run with it. We don't run away with it, we run with it. We reread it at every opportunity. We take it out publicly. We read it Monday mornings and Thursday mornings and Shabbos afternoon and Shabbos mornings, and we cover it in the course of a year, or they used to do it in ancient times over 3 years in some communities. But that is an expression of not just that, yes, thank you, we've got the Torah, now we have to fulfill it. It's much more than that. We got the Torah, not only do we have to fulfill it, but we want to fulfill it. Not only do you want to fulfill it, but we want to actually do more than what God says. He may say, study a little bit in mornings, a little bit at night. And what we do is a lot more than that. He may say, read it once a year, once every 7 years publicly. We read it every single week. Over the course of a year, we complete the whole thing. That shows the Jewish people's, very similar to the idea that I mentioned for Rabbi Sachs, but it shows the Jewish people's passion and love for the Torah as active participants, as partners with God, partners with Hashem in the Torah. So when it comes to Simchat Torah, not only are we celebrating our love for God and God's love for us and our love for the Torah, we're also celebrating the fact that we are not merely silent partners. We are not merely recipients, but we are partners and we are participants and we are partners with God in the Torah. And that's truly a cause for celebration. I wish everyone a wonderful and joyous Simchat Torah, and we should take that Torah, that lesson, and spread it throughout the whole year, so the whole year is full of that passion and love for Torah. This is Mordechai Becher with the Gateways Parsha Vlog.